encouraging his Eagles to make good coverage. And a booming end-over-end kickoff into the end zone. And the Conquerors will take over 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. And it's going to be a matter of who is going to take advantage of what. Eagles looking to make a solid defensive stand. The Conquerors looking to punch the ball in and use up as much of the clock as possible. But this is 8-man football and anything can happen. Brock Curry gives to himself to the right side, ahead for a gain of about 3 on the play. We are going to go down on the field where our Cherie Woods is. Cherie?
Here with Principal Dave Fulton, and I've looked into your bulletin, and it's so many of your players are actively enrolled in other sports. Some 3, some 2. How do you guys have your academic requirements, and do you guys support them playing in more than one sport?
Yeah, in a small school like this with only 120 high school students, many times good athletes play 2 or 3 sports. They're required to have a 2.0 average each semester to be able to be eligible for the following semester to play anything. And we expect them to make up all the work if they miss classes, to go to ball games. So, yeah, it's a rigorous academic requirement, but they got to keep up with everything.
This has been a great game. How do you feel about it?
It's an absolutely great game. You know, both Christian schools are great schools, and it's good to have good competition. And last year we ended in a tie, and this one's going to the wire.
Right. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Back to you, Rob.
Thank you, Cherie. And Desert Christian has to be thinking they need more interviews, because every time a Desert Christian faculty member or principal gets interviewed, Matt Gordon comes up with a huge run, as Matt Gordon put on a fine display of running as he thundered his way to the 10-yard line. And Chapel will need to regroup as they will call the timeout. Pretty incredible run for Matt Gordon as he took the handoff, broke a couple of tackles, almost brought down by a shoe. Regained his composure enough to plunge ahead to just outside the 10-yard line, it appears. And if you'd like to see that run again, we encourage you to do so in the Time Warner Cable Game of the Week, Friday nights at 11 o'clock, Saturday and Sunday at 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night again on Monday, and Wednesday and Thursday at 7 o'clock, a replay of this very game. And a big hand for the Conquerors after Matt Gordon's big run, as they'll take over 1st and 10 from, it looks like, the 15-yard line. As Brock Curry runs the quarterback draw to no avail. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. 4.5 minutes left in the game. And the Conquerors changing the play. Eagles kind of on their heels, caught by surprise on this game. But here they are, Brock Curry. The give is to Matt Gordon, who is stopped solid by Josh Paul, the senior from Desert Chapel Eagles, for no gain on that play. Make it a gain of 1, 3rd down, 7. As the clock continues to wind down, Brock Curry will take it from the 12 for the Conquerors. And they're attempting to use the clock, but the big run by Matt Gordon may actually work against them. I think Pete Gordon pretty much just wants to get the points on the board. Brock Curry bobbles the snap, it looks like. He pulls it down. but is unable to go forward with it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 7 yards. And we're going to see if they're going to bring on Cameron Paradise for the kick. It looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. So this could be a very big play. Either way, in this Cross Valley rivalry between two Christian schools of the Desert, Desert Chapel Eagles and the Desert Christian Conquerors. And this is going to be about a 30-yard kick. Make it a 33-yard field goal attempt by Cameron Paradise. He makes the kick, and he blows it straight through the uprights. We have a flag on the play. This could be roughing the passer. This could be, or roughing the kicker, rather. And this could be a huge turnaround if indeed that is it. It is a personal foul, roughing the kicker on the Eagles. That'll be an automatic 1st down and goal for the Conquerors. Despite the Eagle protest, this is going to be an excellent opportunity for the Conquerors, who will more than likely accept the penalty and take the automatic 1st down. That will more than likely be half the distance to the goal. It'll probably be from the 3 or 4 yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Half the distance, 1st down.
And indeed that is the case, as the Conquerors will take advantage of a roughing the kicker penalty. A rare miscue for the defense of the Eagles. Is a big break, a welcome break for Desert Christian, as Matt Gordon plunges to the left side and gains about 4 on the play. He is inside the 5 yard line for 2nd down and goal. We had mentioned that Matt Rickert had limped off the field. He has now limped back on the field and is currently back off the field. His understudy, the junior Jonathan Gilpatrick, in for him, as Brock Curry fumbles the snap and is caught and tripped up inside the 5 yard line. And that is 2 miscues on the snap, and we may have an injured Brock Curry. And that will be the 2nd time that Brock Curry has gone down in this contest. And this time it may be that he just got the wind knocked out of him, though he is holding his right leg. He went end over end on the tackle. And that will stop the clock with just 1:43 left in the contest. The Conquerors trail by 1 point, as Brock Curry shows exactly what kind of character he is as he is back up. Time Warner Cable Game of the Week is brought to you by a lot of fine people, and if you would like to be amongst them, please give us a call at 776-8476. Lots of sponsorship opportunities available for all the fine merchants in the Coachella Valley, and we'd like you to come on our team and bring this game as many times as we do throughout the week, and you can be a big contributor to making sure that happens. All right, a tricky situation here. We have 3rd and goal. And the center snap goes to Matt Gordon, and that caught the Eagles by surprise, and Matt Gordon plunges his way in for his 5th touchdown of the night. A big game for Matt Gordon. You gotta love the spirit of the young man. He just wants his number called. And Coach Pete Gordon on the sideline has got to be happy with what he has seen so far from his Conquerors tonight, as they currently lead 42-37, and a 2-point conversion forthcoming. And this two-point conversion is big, and it is good. The give to the right side goes. Matt Gordon comes up with another 2 points for the Conquerors. They lead 44-37. That two-point conversion is huge because now the Eagles must respond in 1 minute and 39 seconds with a touchdown that would put them within 2. Or correction, put them within 1. The extra point would only tie. So it in effect forces the Eagles into making a touchdown and a two-point conversion. There's a good look at number 75, Matt Rickard, on the sidelines with that tender ankle. And you can bet he wants to be back in the game, and you can bet Russell White wants to get his Eagles back into the game in 99 seconds. Here's the kickoff from Cameron Paradise, spiraling into the end zone where it is fielded sharply by Jared Ennis, who does a little stutter step but does not fool number 54, big on the tackle. That's Tim Hoestorey. And that is going to set up a long drive for 90 seconds of play left in the game for the Eagles under Brent Roush. But the Conquerors making it happen on both ends of the field thus far. And there is some confusion in the Eagle offense. Brent Roush back to pass, no pressure, has time to throw. Jared Ennis over the shoulder grab, pulls it down at about the 30-yard line inside the 30. Call it the 27-yard line. A big catch for Jared Ennis, and he got out of bounds to stop the clock as well. And the Eagles got to be looking for another one just like it. And we have a thriller here in Bermuda Dunes as a battle of the Christian schools of the desert. The Eagles are driving. Back to throw again. The catch to Shane Nichols. Shane Nichols is caught and wrapped at the 22-yard line. James Hoestorey on the stop. A big catch for Shane Nichols, and he was not able to get out of bounds. The clock will continue once the spot is made. And Brent Roush will be feeling the pressure. 1 minute and 13 now remaining. Pro set formation for the Eagles. Back to pass yet again. Over to the left side, in and out of the hands of Jared Ennis. And that will stop the clock. Just 3 seconds on that play alone. But it'll be a big third down forthcoming for the Eagles, as they need to come up and come up big to keep this drive alive. Brent Roush, just a sophomore quarterback under Russell White, has got to come up big now. He's got to act like a veteran. He is back to pass. He has Shane Nichols open and unable to hold on to the ball. Nichols lets the ball drop away, and that'll bring up what could be the game clincher with just over a minute left to play in the contest. Fourth down, a big 6 yards to go for the Eagles. Conquerors are fighting to hold. They are getting the crowd in on it. The ninth man, if you will, the crowd rallying the Conquerors. But here come the Eagles. Brent Roush has movement on the right side, and that is going to hurt unbelievably. It appears we have a false start. And we talked about it earlier in the game, that Russell White has a very young team that needs some playing time in situations exactly like this. And when you're a young team, you are prone to making mistakes. And that false start is going to give the Eagles their last chance, theoretically, at winning the game. It is 4th down, 12 to go. Time a factor. Roush back to pass. Lots of pressure on the left side. He'll elect to run it himself. He jumps inside and he breaks through. Breaks free and is out of bounds. He gets the first down. A huge run for Brent Roush. You cannot fault the Conquerors, as they had 4 hands on Brent Roush, but Brent Roush was a determined young sophomore. He wanted that first down, and he got it coming up big for the Eagles. Russell White has to be licking his chops. 55 seconds left in the game, and here come the Eagles. Brent Roush passing on the right side, nearly intercepted. James Hoestorey almost had the game in his hands as he picked that ball off, but was unable to hold on to it. And Brent Roush, you get the feeling, is trying to make something happen. He is being calmed down right now by Russell White. Relax, settle down, he's telling his young man. He is a good quarterback. He is just a sophomore. And here are the Conquerors faced with 2nd down and 10. The Eagles can get the first down without scoring, but is the clock going to let them? Under 50 seconds, Brent Roush to pass. Caught. And it looks like Shane Nichols. It is Shane Nichols on the play. It's going to be short of the first down. 30 seconds left in the contest. Brent Roush trying to get things going. It is 3rd and about 3. Roush to pass. Nobody open. The clock winding down. Wide open in the end zone for a touchdown is Jarrett Ennis. And that has got Russell White looking ahead now to what is going to be a huge point after try. Most definitely will go for 2. The 2-point conversion will actually give the Eagles the win, if my math is correct. And they are going to, actually all they need to do is kick to tie it. And they will run it for 2 to win. And that decision by Russell White is forthcoming. And the Conquerors have a chance to hold the win. They currently lead by 1. And that defense is ready. But what is the offense going to do? Are they going to kick and tie, or are they going to 2 points and win it? Russell White is going to go for the win. Russell White, first-year coach for the Chapels, is going for the win. It is a I formation. Ryan Winkler deep in the backfield. The give is to Winkler. Winkler to the right side, cut through, and he's in for the 2-point conversion, and the Eagles have a 1-point lead with 20 seconds left to go in the contest. And that has drawn the Desert Christian side of the field to a shocked silence. A big run by Ryan Winkler, but you got to have your hat off to Russell White, who made the gutsy call to go for it. And the win, theoretically, again, this is 8-man football, and Matt Gordon will be receiving for the Conquerors on the kickoff. And all the Eagles need to do is stop them and hold. For the Conquerors, the task is simple. Get the ball to Matt Gordon and get Matt Gordon to the end zone. And it's 8-man football, and anything can happen. Matt Gordon on the goal line. Frank Marshall back to kick. 235 sophomore back to kick. The crowd on their feet. The kick is up. It sails into the end zone, and the Conquerors will elect to take the ball from scrimmage on the 15-yard line with just 20 seconds left to go into the game. And what has been a thriller of a game in Bermuda Dunes at Desert Christian High School, as they look to have complete control of the game in the second half. First half was all Eagles, but the Conquerors did not let down. They came back in the third quarter scoring big and often. And now it's the Eagles' turn to rally as they hold the lead by the narrowest of margins, 45-44. And the play not getting off. And the referees getting their heads together on the same sheet of music. And no penalty, no problem, as Brock Curry has 20 seconds to make something happen on his home field. He's back to pass. He has some pressure. He gets the ball away. A deep throw intercepted by Shane Nichols of the Eagles. And Eagles will hold on to the win. Shane Nichols ahead to the 20-yard line. Brock Curry hung the ball up. He had a receiver in the area, so it was not as if it was an errant throw. It was just a superior catch by Shane Nichols to go up and drag the ball down with just 7 seconds left to go at Desert Christian High School on the Time Warner Cable Game of the Week. Rob Osmond with you on this thriller of a game. 8-man football, kind of a nice little twist for us. It is a pleasure to be here, and I'm sure Brent Roush considers it a pleasure to take a knee on this play as his team holds on to a one-point victory. A superior performance by both squads here, setting up a 44-45 contest. You got to hand it to both teams. Impressive play. Matt Gordon for the Conquerors coming up big when his team needed it. On the other side of the field, there you have it. The Eagles' Ryan Winkler comes up with 3 touchdowns. Hats off to both of these schools. They both have such fantastic facilities and excellent programs for their students, not only as football players, but as scholars as well. And there you have it at the Desert Christian High School in Bermuda Dunes. The Time Warner Cable Game of the Week. We will be right back as our final score tonight in Bermuda Dunes. The Desert Chapel Eagles 45, Desert Christian Conquerors 44. We'll be right back.
Dale Magruder, Mac Magruder Chevrolet in Palm Springs, where you can catch great deals like these. Buy this new 2003 Chevy Extended Cab for only $249 a month. Or this new 2003 Chevy S10 with automatic and air for only $149 a month. There's never been a better time to buy in our 37 years here at Mac Magruder Chevrolet in Palm Springs, Coachella Valley's factory authorized discount outlet, where everybody gets a great deal.
Hi, I'm Denny Marks from Contact One. My goal is to help you promote your business without saying a word. We have everything from clever, innovative products to office products that your clients use every day, all with your logo to make a distinct impression. We have a wide variety of promotional products, from sporting goods to beautiful gift baskets for special occasions. If you can think about it, we can logo it. Check our extensive website at contactpp.com today for some great ideas.
Welcome back to Desert Christian High School in Bermuda Dunes, where a pretty packed crowd watched the Desert Chapel Eagles from across town in Palm Springs win 45-42 over the Eagles. That's Russell White's little girl. He's the coach of the Desert Eagles, and she's looking to run across the field. We had one heck of a game here tonight, as it looked like Desert Christian was going to be stunned by the Eagles. The game started off nice and slow. First quarter score 7-7, and then Desert Chapel opened it up. They took out a 22-13 lead. In the third quarter is when the Conquerors poured it on. 30, make that 23 unanswered points as the Conquerors took halftime to regroup. They led the third quarter 36-22 and thought they were on their way to a victory. A couple scores either way, and then a big turn of events as the Eagles came up big in the waning seconds of the game and took the lead 45-44, which was our final score. The Conquerors had a shot at coming back with just a few seconds left. They came up short. A big interception by Shane Nichols. Right now, we are going to throw things down to Cherie Woods, who has our players of the game.
Rob, I'm here with the players of the game. In between the two strongest, I got the Mac next to me, I got Ryan next to me. I am scared right now. This was the most intense game. The season hasn't even begun to start, and I think this was the best game. Now, 5 touchdowns. You guys fought all the way to the end. How do you feel right now?
Well, I feel pretty bad. We just lost. It was a hard-fought game. Desert Chapel's a great football team, and, you know, we played hard. Just came out on the bottom.
There's always next.
Yeah.
Ryan, 3 touchdowns. How do you feel right now?
Feel great. You know, the team played good. Everyone played good, and I just want to give glory to God and just thank Him for letting us come out here and just play hard. And thanks for Desert Christian. They're a good team.
Did you underestimate these guys at all?
No, not at all. We were preparing all week long, and I think we were ready. We were ready for them. We kind of slacked out at the middle, and then we just came back to life at the end.
I'm looking forward to next year. I don't know about you guys, but this was a fabulous game.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys all did very, very well. Congratulations. Better luck next year. Thank you guys. Back to you, Rob.
Hey, good job, you.
All right, thank you very much, Cherie. Two very understated scholar athletes. Our heartfelt thanks to both of those players as they both played great games tonight, each in their own right. Each has a lot to be proud of. This has been the Time Warner Cable Game of the Week, where the Desert Chapel Eagles held on to a 45-44 win over the host Desert Christian Conquerors on this Cross Valley rivalry. Next week, we will be in Palm Springs for the kickoff to the Desert Valley League. It will be the Coachella Valley High School taking on Desert Hot Springs in Palm Springs. Russell White gets a kiss from wife as he will make his way back. But we want to thank you very much for tuning in with us, as Pete Gordon, nothing to be ashamed of. His team, unfortunately, off to an 0-3 start on some very close games. We are going to be hearing in just a few moments from some other standout scholar athletes from Desert Christian. As earlier, Trent I and Cherie Woods spoke with them on the All-Star Valley Sports.
Scholar athletes, the kids that not only care about breaking records in long distance running or getting a great spike on the volleyball court, they care about their education. Here at Desert Christian, Katie, an 11th grader, juggles a 4.35 GPA while maintaining all-star status as an all-league middle blocker.
I've always kept grades in a high priority for me. Since I was in elementary school, I've always wanted to, I don't know, I just liked it. A good feeling of accomplishment when you get a good grade. I don't know, that's kind of a side thing, but just being organized automatically gets you good grades. So, I mean, I just like to be on top of things. And
Katie Collins is a wonderful student. Now, I've only been her teacher for 2 days. As the principal of the Desert Christian High School, I don't teach very often, and so it's rare that I get the opportunity to teach kids. But from my principal perspective, she's been a great student, carrying over a 4.0 her first 2 years of school. Extremely conscientious, always does her homework, always takes the extra mile and taking care of things.
I think Katie does a tremendous job juggling her academic schedule. She's in a lot of difficult courses in terms of advanced placement, and she's also a significant member on the volleyball team. She's a great student athlete. More than anyone that I've seen is a true competitor when she gets on the court. Her mental toughness is just tremendous, and nothing phases her. She just loves to compete, and she's that way with everything she does. She's a perfectionist, and I think that's why she excels so well in not only volleyball but academically and just in everything she tries.
Yoshi, a senior, carries a 3.6 GPA as an all-league cross-country runner.
Yeah, academically it's hard for me, like school and stuff, but it's been better. It's getting better and better. So, and I'm just trying to relax as much as I can this year because it's my last year. And then sports, it's just fun. And running cross country and soccer, it's just joy to do.
Yoshi, being from Japan, has really had to work probably harder than most of our other students, but yet he's held to the same standards as an American student that's fluent in English. So he came here not knowing a lot of English, but he didn't really let that stop him at all.
Now, as a senior, he does real well with his language barrier. I mean, because there's not much anymore. And I think sports has brought that out of him, is he's been able to speak with the kids on the team. And so you see him freer and freer. When he first came, he was very quiet, shy, reserved, and now he's the #1 guy on the team. Yoshi, I expect him to be the #1 runner on the team this year. I expect him to be a leader. I expect him to go out and encourage the other teammates, which he does real well.
Our school, it's a college prep school, so our academics, we hold a very high standard. So it's not an easy thing to do over here, to be an athlete and still keep a high standard of grades and all that good stuff.
Hit the books. Maybe you'll be a scholar athlete. From Desert Christian, I'm Cherie Woods.
Thank you, Cherie. Just another good example of the quality programs and quality students Desert Christian High School has. They also have an auction fundraiser coming up. Make sure you mark this date on your calendar, November 1st, Saturday, November 1st at Weston Mission Hills Resort, as they celebrate America in the 14th annual Christian Schools of the Desert auction that benefits Teachers' Salary Endowment Fund. Among the things they're giving away, I already mentioned use of a Toyota. They also are giving away a Salmon River 5-day whitewater rafting trip for 2. They're also giving away an 8-day Australian Great Barrier Reef trip. There are some incredible things to be given away in this auction that benefits Christian Schools of the Desert. And they're also giving away a Think cart. And check this out, an Oceanfront Deluxe Kauai Garden Island condo. Absolutely incredible auction. Please give them a call at 345-2848 if you'd like to get involved with this auction fundraiser. Celebrate America is the 14th annual Christian Schools of the Desert auction. And again, that benefits the Teacher Salary Endowment Fund. And those are just a few of the items that they will be auctioned. Pete Gordon was just trying to figure out what's going on with this team. They're 0-3, and they certainly do not deserve it. One of the things that guarantees the success of this program is the fact that Desert Christian has the only 8th grade tackle football program in the Valley. And we spoke to them about that, and Cherie Woods will fill us in on all that.
Let's take a short break from high school football and meet a history-making junior tackle football team at Desert Christian Junior High School.
We play 8-man football, and we are the only middle school football team in the desert. This is the first year in the school's history that they've had a tackle football program at the middle school level. We're excited, enthusiastic about there's a bright future for these kids.
I am 13 years old and I'm in 8th grade. I play middle linebacker.
I'm 12 years old, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm the quarterback.
These preteens are fierce and dedicated, and they're learning the fundamentals from Coach Tidwell.
Coach Tidwell has taught me how to hit better, and I think I've improved my speed since I've been playing football this summer.
It's taught me how to tackle better and improving my speed a lot. I used to be pretty slow, but now I'm pretty fast. Well, I love hitting, and like it's a good way to release my anger after a hard school day.
These kids started in the first week of August, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were here 5 days a week at 5 in the morning, practicing 3 hours a day. And they come out here every day after school and do 2 hours, and they get their schoolwork done, and they're very diligent kids and hardworking. Proud of them.
I think we're all very dedicated, especially in the summers where you had to wake up really early. And everyone's showing up, doing their homework and stuff.
Lots of parents, you guys that are concerned out there, we'd love our goal and our vision is to see, you know, tackle football teams start popping up all around the valley.
I've been playing 5 years. Yeah, this is my 5th year, so I feel I'm getting better every year I play.
Most people start playing at high school, and this is my first year playing football, so yeah, I think I have an advantage over people.
We had a pretty good sized team, not number-wise. Most of the schools are about twice the numbers that we have, but I couldn't believe it. Some of these 12 and 13-year-olds they're big.
Yeah. Right now we're doing pretty good for our first team.
We're competing pretty well, and I think we're going to do very good this year.
And there you have it, another of the excellent programs for Desert Christian's 8th grade tackle football program. The scoreboard tells the story here in Bermuda Dunes. The Eagles upset the Conquerors 45-44 in a classic game. Next week, again, a reminder that we will be in Palm Springs as the Desert Valley League kicks off when Coachella takes on Desert Hot Springs. Make sure you come on out to the game, and then you can always catch the Time Warner Cable Game of the Week on Channel 10. And again, we'd like to thank all the good people who have made this night possible. And we hope to see you back here next week, again in Palm Springs. But tonight, it has been a thriller from beautiful Bermuda Dunes as Desert Christian falls to Desert Chapel 45-44. Thank you again for tuning in. We will catch you next week from Palm Springs on the Time Warner Cable Game of the Week. I'm Rob Osmond, and don't forget to tune in to Time Warner throughout the week on Channel 10.